Max, we are very pleased to be joined now by the new head coach of the Baylor Bears. It is Coach Matt Rhule. Coach, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
I understand you just got done talking to our boss.
I did. We had a great conversation, and brought me a couple of the magazines, and we had a chance to go through them and visit. And it's always great to have someone of his stature and everything he's done for football here with me.
Absolutely, he is a Texas treasure. As you are figuring out, I guess first and foremost, how have you enjoyed Waco so far?
I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. I mean, everyone told me everyone was going to be really nice, but you know what? Everyone is really that nice. It's been fantastic. So, and you know, we've been out on the road, got out and did a little bit of recruiting and all that. So it was great to get around and get all around the state, and it's been a wonderful transition.
Oh, and I'm sure this has been a question that you've been asked a lot, but you're a guy who's spent a majority of your career, if not all your career, up in the Northeast. You know, this is now making the move down to Texas to take the job with Baylor. Why the move? Why was this the right move for you to head to Baylor?
Well, I think on a lot of reasons. You know, I think obviously, Baylor is one of the top universities and football programs in the country, and you know, I've had a chance to coach at every level, from Division III all the way up through the NFL, and I wanted to come to a place that wants to be the best, that wants to educate kids at the highest level, that believes that part of the educational process is helping kids with their faith, and that's a mission that I firmly believe in. And then I wanted to have a chance to coach these kids and some of the best players in the country to go win the Big 12 championship. And so, we felt very much in our hearts like we were called to be here. And I can tell you this, after being here and meeting these kids, and after being here and getting out and meeting the high school coaches and seeing some of the great high school football, I absolutely could not be happier. I mean, it's everything that I hoped it would be and more.
Excellent. And now I do want to ask you, you're taking over a program that, fair or not, it's taken a hit as far as its reputation is concerned, here in the state of Texas. And abroad, you're just just a college football coach. But what do you feel like you can do to help kind of rebuild and add a little bit of shine to maybe a tarnished Baylor reputation right now?
Well, I think move forward and celebrate all the positives. At the end of the day, anything that's happened is in the past, and so for me, it's about moving forward. There's a bunch of wonderful kids here that are getting their education. They're going to a bowl game. They've battled through all kinds of adversity, and they just need a coach. They need a guy that's going to come in and lead them into the future, and not talk about yesterday, but only talk about today, and then look forward towards tomorrow. So that's all we're going to do. And you know what? Had I stayed at Temple and we just won the conference championship, I wouldn't be talking about being ranked. I'd be talking about, hey, look towards the future. So I think it's the way that we live our life no matter what. But these kids need positive energy, and they need just a mindset of, hey, what's next? What's going to happen in the future?
We're talking with Matt Rhule, the head coach of the Baylor Bears, here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation at #DCTF Live. And Coach, you mentioned you got a great group of kids there on campus. I know you've had an opportunity to meet with them. When you met them for the first time, what was your message to them? What did you tell your new players?
Well, I just said, hey, I'd love to have a chance to sit down and meet with them, and just told them that our program's based 100% on competition. It's everything that we do, we want to compete in everything we do, from the classroom to playing ping pong, to playing video games, to practice, to weight room. Everything we do, we want to compete in. And I think when you're a football player, when you're an athlete, that usually resonates with you. We don't want to be the best practicing team in the country. We don't want to be the best walkthrough team in the country. We want to be the most competitive team in the country, and team that people don't want to play. And so, I tried to introduce myself. I know it's transitions are never easy. I tried to maybe ease some of their doubts, but mainly just introduce myself, tell them I couldn't wait to get to know them, couldn't wait to be their coach, but also make sure they understood that we're going to be the most competitive team in the country.
And then you've started to fill out your staff, and one guy that we know here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football pretty well that's joining you there is David Wetzel, the former San Antonio Reagan head coach, a guy from the high school ranks, one of their own, the THSCA Coaches Association president as well. Why was it important for you to bring on a guy like David Wetzel onto your staff?
Well, I think the first thing I'll say, beyond everything else, was he pursued me and I had guys that I know and trust. He was the first name they brought up, and so when you have people that you trust recommend a person, and when you have a guy like David who really pursued the job and came here and saw me and sat down with me, and you could feel his energy and his passion and his love for Baylor and for football in the state. I mean, that was just a tremendous fit. Beyond that, obviously the fact that he is a Texas high school football coach, he is a Baylor grad, he has tremendous relationships. But hiring David was much more than just that. It was his passion, his love, and his energy. It immediately shouted to me, "Hey, this is a guy that we have to get involved with."
And I know that you were out on the town on Friday night. You were at McLean Stadium taking in Gilmer and Sweetwater in a 4A state semifinal. I know you've probably seen some Texas high school football before, but what did you think? What were your impressions of the taste of Texas high school football in your backyard?
Well, my cousin's a high school coach back in Pennsylvania. He's actually down in Florida now, but he was in Pennsylvania for a long time. My uncle's in the Pennsylvania High School Coaches Hall of Fame. My dad's been a coach, and I took a picture of some of the stadiums that we were in and some of the crowds and sent it to them and said, eat your heart out, guys. It's just the commitment to the kids and the commitment to the game is it's awesome. It's inspiring. But the level of play was fantastic. The level of the coaching obviously was fantastic. And the thing I noticed, as I said, the biggest difference from there and where I've been is just the ball skills here. I mean, the ball's thrown in the air. These kids, they just catch it, man. I mean, it's unbelievable, their ability to adjust to the ball and catch the football. And I think that just shows a year-round commitment to throwing and catching and 7-on-7 and routes on air and all the different things. So it was really cool and fun to watch. And I saw about 5 games in 2 days. And you know what? It was an awesome way to get started.
It only gets better, Coach. I can tell you that.
Say, if you think that's great, wait till this weekend.
Yeah, the state championship games at AT&T Stadium. We're talking with Matt Rhule, the head coach of the Baylor Bears, here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation. # DCTF Live. And Coach, I know that you're a new Texan. You're getting your your Texas identification card. You're getting your Texan tattoo is coming here pretty soon.
Boots and a hat will be sent soon.
Yeah, we all got one. So I figure we need to get to know you a little bit. So first of all, I want to know, it's Saturday. You're going to grab something to eat. What's the go-to food in the Rhule household?
In the house, or where we're going to go?
I guess. Oh, yeah. No, let's
either way.
Well, yeah. Let's say, are you cooking at home, or are you going out? What are you doing for Saturday dinner?
I hate to admit this, guys, but I'm not cooking anything. My wife went to culinary school, though.
Oh, did she?
So my wife went to culinary school. So I used to be a thin guy. I mean, I used to have an ab or two, and then but she cooks and she cooks so well. So really, anything that she makes, anything that she eats. But I tell you what, since I've been here, I've eaten Torchy's tacos about 6 times, and it's been unreal. So
I will tell you that those are two, as both a married man and a Texan, I can tell you that those are both very good answers. Good answers. What kind of music are you listening to? Maybe you're exercising in the morning. What kind of music are you listening to?
Well, I'm a country music fan. Now the kids here have been getting on me. They ask me, my country or Texas country, and I told them, I said, listen, you're gonna have to explain the difference to me because I just know what I listen to. But I'm more of a I'd probably listen to like George Strait in an older mode, or I listen to Eric Church in a newer mode.
Okay, you're gonna win some friends with that answer. That's a good answer. This is an important question for Max and I: cake or pie?
Oof. I mean, can I say both, or is that a bad answer?
You can say both, but I'm going to ask.
They don't give trophies for both.
We asked the hard-hitting questions here, sir. We're going to need an answer.
I'm going to go pie.
Oh, give him the national championship.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Good. Well, you mentioned you have your lovely wife Julie and 3 kids, son Bryant, daughters Vivian and Leona. Do you ever feel outnumbered in your household, you and Bryant?
You know what? I think that's starting to happen right now because our youngest is starting to walk and talk. So yes, we're absolutely outnumbered. Though there's a level of football in our house, so I think everyone in our house lets us watch football. So that's the only time it'd bother me if I couldn't watch football because we were watching Doc McStuffins or something like that.
Doc McStuffins, I know it well. And finally, what is something that maybe people would be surprised to learn about you?
Oof.
I know we ask the tough questions around here.
Yeah.
You thought this was some softball interview?
It is.
No. These are tough. That I think guys, I'm such a simple guy. I don't have a good answer for that one. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, I can't play golf. How about that?
Okay, that's
right.
fine.
That's great.
You and
Good.
Max.
Yeah.
Max is the same way.
There we go.
He's Matt Rhule. He's the new head coach of the Baylor Bears. Coach, congratulations on your new gig. Thanks for your time, and best of luck on the recruiting trail and in the future.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.